Hey folks, welcome to Tweeters Tech. This is just a quick video in response to the vline 2 that I had installed on my Lexus IS250 probably about 2 to 3 months ago now. Most of the time it works, but every so often, maybe about once a week, this happens. Just to sort of summarize, I did have this installed in the footwell. I've moved it so it's more accessible. All the ports necessary are quite accessible, and when I need to, I can disconnect the wires, let it breathe for a bit, and then connect it again. The GPS antenna is currently on the dashboard. I had issues with Google Maps originally. It wasn't picking up the GPS signal along with data. Now it works fine. Unfortunately, this loading screen comes up quite often. I'm not really sure what is causing this. I do have an alternative launcher on here. I don't know whether that's causing a problem or whether it's a firmware update that's needed. The problem is I have this issue at least, like I said, about once a week. There's a way around it. You can sort of reboot it, and I think I've mentioned it before. You hold on to the seek button. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That basically reboots or brings up a menu that allows you to reboot the hardware and software. So I'll show you what happens. I'll just pause. So this is the menu that comes up. I've been told if you do have problems to just click on reboot system. If you wanted to, you could actually factory reset the whole system. Just to summarize, I've actually done this 6 times now, which means I've resetted this Android device and basically downloaded all my apps, customized everything, and I've done that 5 to 6 times. And you can imagine that imagine doing that on your phone. It's quite a chore, but imagine doing it that many times. It's a huge inconvenience, and you shouldn't have to do it. I'm not going to factory reset it on this instance. I'm just going to try reboot again. This might take a time. I'll come back to you when it's loaded up again. So I've had the usual vline logo screen loading up with an alternative screen, which will come up in a minute. It's basically another screen with lines, different coloured lines, and this has been going on for about a minute or so. Typically within half a minute the launcher would have loaded by now, and that reboot would have been sufficient. As you can see, that's not the case in this instance. So I'm kind of stuck because I've disconnected the wires, I've left them unplugged for over 40 minutes, reconnected them, I've rebooted the system, and yet I'm stuck with this issue. And I feel like I'm at a stage where I'm going to have to factory reset everything once again. Now, I honestly don't know whether this is linked into vline Grom audio, or whether it's the launcher that I use, because the vline launcher, if I'm honest, is a bit limited. It does the job, but it only allows you to use a certain amount of applications, and it's not a good looking launcher. It looks kind of childish. It just looks like a kid's tablet. It does the job, but if you wanted to use alternative launchers, you should be able to. It's an Android device when it comes down to it. So I just can't imagine what else is causing this, and I'm gonna bring it to the attention of the customer service at Grom Audio. Hopefully I can get this working again. It is a shame, because when this works, it is so useful, especially if you've got a screen or a stock stereo like mine that's nearly 13 years old. It comes in quite handy. But I'm going to see what I can do, see if Grom Audio can help, and hopefully I'll do a more in-depth review once I get it working again. Thanks for tuning in.